Welcome, yogis. For today's class, we need a strap. If it has a loop, we'll use that. 2 blocks and an option to go to a wall. Also, if you have a mat, we can use that. So let's start with your strap. Make a loop wider than your shoulders. Let's sit on our toes. So tuck all of your toes, get those pinky toes underneath. Put your hands in the strap, palms face each other, so your wrists are actually in the strap. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then when you exhale, turn your wrists so your palms are facing away from each other. Push out into the strap. And now bend your elbows down like you're doing a lat pull. And as you do that, keep pressing your wrists out into the strap and keep your ribs down. And take some breaths like this. And just see how this feels in your chest and your upper back. And now let's inhale, reach your arms up. And then once more, bend your elbows and pull the strap down so it goes behind your head. And breathe into your shoulders and your back. And inhale, reach your arms up. You can lower that strap down. And now let's hold on to the strap so it's wide in both of your hands. It doesn't need to be in the loop. Inhale, reach your arms up and then point your knuckles away from each other. Try to keep your arms straight as you reach your arms back and down. Inhale, reach back up. Try to stop flaring your ribs out as the arms come forward. And a few more flossing the shoulder movements. You can move with your breath. The strap goes up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Okay. And now let's set the strap to the side. We'll come back to it later. Come into tabletop position on your hands and your knees, and you can tap the tops of your feet on the floor to get a little bit of release after we're just sitting on our feet. Prop your hands up onto the blocks. If you don't have them, hands on the floor. Protract and retract your shoulders. So separate your shoulder blades, keep your pelvis and your head in neutral, and then slide your shoulder blades towards each other on your back. And continue that movement. Shoulder blades come together and apart, together and apart. And once you get the hang of it, pick up the pace. So it's like you're doing this in a hurry. You can add your breath to the movement. And hopefully you got the hang of it. We'll keep this movement and keep it in your left arm, but bring your right hand to your low back. And keep pumping the left shoulder blade in and out. Hopefully you're building heat in your left upper back. And let's pause when the left shoulder blade is protracted, so a little bit away from the spine. Inhale, roll your right shoulder up towards the ceiling. You can look up. And then exhale, thread the right arm underneath your body. And your right cheek can come onto the floor. Press into your right hand and revolve so you're twisting in your back. Press into your left hand and come back up to center. Both of your hands on the blocks and continue the protraction and retraction in the shoulder blades. So a few more moments of sliding those shoulder blades together and apart on your back. Let's keep the movement on your right arm and slide your left hand so it's at your low back, palm up, moving in only the right shoulder. When the right shoulder blade is a little bit away from your spine, we'll pause and inhale, open the left shoulder towards the ceiling. Breathe in And when you breathe out, thread the needle. The left arm goes underneath your body. Press into the left arm. And you can use your right hand to encourage the right shoulder towards the ceiling. Breathe into your upper back. And then release. And then from here you can push the blocks to the upper corners of your mat. Hands on the floor, tuck your toes and stretch your hips back and up so you're in downward facing dog. In down dog you can have a little bend in the knees, let your head hang, and reconnect to the breathing in and out of the nose. Bend your knees, look forward, and walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Separate your feet so they're hip distance apart, so about 2 fist distance, and then fold forward. Wrap your right forearm behind your right calf, in between your legs, and then hold on to the left ankle. Cross the left forearm behind your left calf, and then hold on to the front of your right ankle. So your wrists are crossed. And then from here, pull your back towards your legs and your legs towards your back. Press into your feet. And release the grip. You can bend into your knees and stand up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then from here, reach just your right arm up. Bend the right elbow. Hold on to the right elbow with your left hand. Press into both of your feet. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to center. And let's switch arms. Bend the left elbow. Hold on to it. Breathe in as you lift high, and breathe out as you lean to the right. Try to keep the weight even on your feet. Inhale back to center. Interlace your palms. Flip your palms up. Knuckles rest on your head. Press the bottoms of your shoulder blades and your inner shoulder blades into your back body. Keep your ribs down. And then begin to straighten your arms high up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, pressing down through your feet, up through your hands. And then breathe out, hinge from your hips and fold forward. Separate your feet so they're quite wide, toes out. Bend your knees as much as you can. Inhale into your squat, palms touch. And then exhale with your fingers interlaced. Push your palms down and step the left foot back. Bend deep into your right knee, so you're in a lunge. And then breathe out and step the right foot back next to the left. And with your fingers braided, be in your plank pose. Widen the shoulder blades a little bit. And then drop onto your knees. Separate your hands, and we'll come back to the breath. When you inhale, round your back for cat. And when you exhale, come into your cow. So the opposite breath of what we usually do here. Inhale, flex your spine. And exhale, extend the spine. And a few more rounds with your cat-cows. Letting the breath guide the movement. And then let's come back to center. Tuck those toes and back to downward facing dog. From down dog, bend your knees, look forward, and bring your feet up towards your hands. Widen your feet so they're hip distance, and fold forward. This time, wrap your arms behind your calves and pull yourself down into your legs. Grab onto your elbows behind your calves and pull your chest towards your legs. Take some breaths in your forward fold and try to spread the fascia on the bottom of your feet down onto the mat. And then release your arms, breathe in and stand up, reach up. And breathe out, hands to heart center. Reach your left arm up, bend the elbow. Hold on to the left elbow with the right hand. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend to the right. Even the weight on your feet. Inhale, back to center. And switch arms. Right elbow bends, left elbow grabs it. And lean to the left. Inhale to center. Interlace your fingers. Knuckles rest on your head at first. Shoulder blades press into your back. Low ribs are down. And then straighten out your arms. Press down through your feet, up, out through your hands. And then as you exhale, hinge from your hips and fold forward. Widen your legs and bend your knees into a squat. Hands come to your chest. Breathe in. And breathe out with your fingers interlaced. Push your hands down and step your right foot back for a lunge. Bend deep into your left knee. And then step the left foot back so you're in plank pose with your hands braided. Drop your knees down and unwind your hands. This time, option for your fingers to be pointing backwards. And we'll do our cat-cows again here. So inhale, rounding the spine. And exhale, drop your belly and open the chest. Lift the head and the tailbone. And a few more with your own breath. And then from here, pause. Come back to center, point your hands so your fingers are pointing forward. Tuck the toes, down dog. From down dog, bend your knees, look forward, and step your feet or walk them up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, like you're peering over a cliff. Draw those shoulders out of your ears. And exhale, fold. Yogi's choice, you can either cross your elbows behind your calves or cross your wrists and hold on to your opposite shins and be in a fold and tilt those sit bones high towards the ceiling. And then release. Reach your arms up. Breathe in. And hands down. Breathe out. This time, interlace your hands so they're behind your back. Don't let your palms touch. Roll your shoulders back, lift the inner armpits, lift the sternum, but keep your ribs down. And now begin to reach your hands away from your back. You can lift your chin a little bit to open your throat. Press into your feet. Another inhale into your heart. And exhale, fold forward. Let your arms reach overhead. Release your hands down to the floor, halfway lift, fingertips to the floor or your shins. And step the right foot back and lower your right knee. Inhale, reach your arms up, press your palms together and stretch your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, both of your hands onto the floor, step to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, drop your knees onto the floor, chest and chin. Slide your torso forward or your legs back. Inhale for cobra. Lift the chest. And exhale, down dog. The right foot steps forward and drop the left knee. Inhale, reach your arms up, press your palms together and lift. Exhale, hands down and step forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Reach your chest forward. And exhale, fold. Press into your feet, inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back opposite interlace. Bend your elbows, roll your arm bones back. Lift your inner armpits, lift the sternum and chin. Begin to stretch your arms behind you, keeping the lower ribs down. Take another inhale to be here. And exhale, fold forward, arms reach overhead. Release your hands down, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back and drop the left knee. Reach your arms up, touch your palms, breathe in. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower to your belly or lower your knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Legs are heavy. Peel your spine up out of your pelvis. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press up and back. Inhale, lunge with the left foot forward, right knee down. Reach up when you breathe in. Press your palms together. And then hands down, exhale, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Reach your chest forward, shoulders down your back. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, use your hamstrings to stand up. Arms reach up, breathe in. And exhale, interlace your hands behind you. One more round. Space between your palms. Stretch your arms back, open the chest, breathe in. And fold forward, breathe out. Hands come down, halfway lift, inhale. Low lunge with the right foot back, exhale. Drop the knee, breathe in, reach your arms up. Plank pose, breathe out. Inhale and plank. Exhale, you can catch yourself in chaturanga or lower to your belly. Inhale for your back bend, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left knee drops. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, press your hands behind you, breathe in. And exhale, fold forward. Hands come down, halfway lift, inhale. Left foot steps back and drop the knee, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up, press your palms together. Exhale, plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right knee down. Low lunge as you breathe in and reach up. And exhale, hands down, step to your forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach up, stand up. And exhale, arms down by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. And next, soften your knees so there's a nice bend in your knees. Reach your arms out, left to right, inhale. And then wrap the right arm underneath the left. And then from here, you can move with your breathing. We're gonna lean over to the right with our torso and then let your chest drop down towards your legs. Lean to the left and then stand back up. So basically, and a little back bend at the top. So basically, little circles or big circles with your torso and bending your knees, and you can go really low or stay up high. Hopefully getting some movement in your back body. And then we'll pause when you're back in center. Open your arms and switch. This time left arm is on the bottom. And let's go to the left first. So circling your torso to the left and down and up. match this movement with your breathing. And come back to center. And arms drop down by your sides. Grab your blocks and put them at the front of your mat, shoulder distance apart. And we're gonna meet in a down dog with our hands on the blocks. So inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands on the blocks. You can either jump to down dog or do a sun A. So you step or hop to plank and then chaturanga, elbows bent. Inhale, upward facing dog with your hands on the blocks. Knees can be up or down. And exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees onto the mat. And then widen your blocks so they're slightly wider than your mat. And they are at an angle out left to right. So at like 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And sit your hips back so you're in a child's pose with your hands reaching on the blocks. Keep your left hand as is, but lift your right arm up, reach it out to the right. When it's about shoulder level, rotate your hand so your palm is up, and then bend your right elbow, slide your right hand up the back, but don't let it touch. And extend your right arm back out to the right. Palm down, hand on block. Same thing on the left side. Lift the left arm up, stretch it out and circle it back. As you circle it back, the palm rolls up, so rotating from the shoulder, and then undo and reach the left arm back. So side to side, the arm reaches up and around. Rotate the shoulder so the palm is up as it slides up your back. It doesn't actually touch your back. And then settle back onto the block. And continue each arm. Head down on the floor. And also using our proprioception to remember where the block is. So you're not looking with your eyes when your hands settle back down onto the block. Okay, and then once you're even side to side, you can just be in a child's pose with your arms really long. You can maybe even push the blocks farther away from you. You can lift your hips off your heels and then re-extend them down. Just getting a stretch in the back body. And then come up into tabletop position. Bring your blocks back so they're shoulder distance apart. Drop your elbows onto the blocks. Touch your palms together. You can walk your knees back a little bit and let your head come down, or let your chest come towards the floor with your fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. And maybe you can continue to bend your elbows so that your thumbs come towards your neck. So letting your thoracic spine drop into your body. And then from here, release. Hands can be on the blocks or not, yogi's choice, for downward facing dog. In down dog, keep the left leg as is. Reach the right leg up. Bend the knee and then open up the hip with the knee bent like you're wrapping the leg around a tree. And then as you breathe out, come to plank with the knee bent and pull the right knee to the right outer elbow. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Open the hip with the knee bent. And then exhale, pull your right knee into the inner right elbow and hold. Step your right foot next to your right hand. Bend your right knee. Keep the left hand down and then reach the right arm up and have your hands mirror each other. So like you're holding the ceiling up with your right hand, push your palm up. And breathe, let your chest open. Keep kicking out through the left heel. Extended side angle. Stretch the right arm behind you, down towards the floor, and then grab the block with your right hand. Drop your left heel, so the left foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Deep bend in your right knee, reach the left arm up, and maybe alongside your face. Keeping your right shoulder pulled down your back body. With the right hand, pretend you're dragging that block backwards. And then both of your hands onto the blocks. Step to plank pose, inhale. And drape your hips down. Upward facing dog on the blocks, toes tucked. Try to pull your spine out and up. And exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up, bend the knee like you're hugging a tree with the leg. Wait for an exhale to come to plank. Left elbow to the outer knee. Hold. And then inhale back to downward facing dog with the left knee bent and the hip open. Inhale back to plank pose. Left knee on the inner left elbow. Squeeze it in. And then step the left foot inside the left hand. Keep your right hand down. Kick back through the right heel. And then reach your left arm up. And like you're holding the ceiling up, press the left hand up towards the ceiling. Both sets of fingers are pointing the same direction. And then stretch your left arm behind you, circle it down towards the floor. Grab the block and pivot your right heel down. Reach your right arm up for extended side angle. You can reach the right arm forward. Hold on to the block with your left hand and drag it back towards your right foot. Both of your hands onto the blocks. Breathe in plank. Option for chaturanga. Or come straight to upward facing dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward and drop your left heel. Bend into your right knee and reach your arms up for warrior one. And now reach your arms out left to right. Stretch through your fingers to open the chest. Wrap the right arm underneath the left like you're giving yourself a hug. Breathe in, widen your shoulder blades. And then breathe out, humble warrior. Drape your torso inside of your right knee and you can look back towards your left foot. Keep squeezing the right knee in. Maybe your elbows or your head come to the floor here. Press into your feet to stand up and release your hands. Interlace your hands behind your back once more. Don't touch the palms, but straighten out the arms to lift the chest. And now pivot so you're on the ball of your right foot. Reach your left arm up, inhale. And then as you exhale, twist and hook your left elbow to the outer right knee. If you like, open your arms, left hand can come to the block. And maybe stretch your top arm alongside your face, like you did an extended side angle. Press into both of your feet. Reach the right arm up to stand up. And then drop your back heel open into warrior two. One breath in warrior two. Straighten your right leg and then pivot right over so you're in triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm up. Both of your legs are straight. And once more, you can reach the left arm alongside your face. Bend into your right knee, hands come down, step to plank pose, and you can do a chaturanga, chaturanga up dog, or just come to downward facing dog, which is where we will all meet. Okay, second side, left foot steps forward. Drop your right heel, bend into your front knee, and stand on up for warrior one. Reach your arms out left to right, palms down, and stretch through your arms to open the chest. Very strong in your back leg, big bend in your front knee. As you breathe, lifting your torso up out of your pelvis. And release your hands behind you, keeping a little space in the palms. And then stretch your arms back, lifting the chest, keeping your ribs from flaring way out. Reach your right arm up and the right heel up. Inhale. And exhale, hook your right elbow onto your front knee. You can press your hands into each other, or right hand comes down to the block, left arm can go up or alongside your face. Press into your feet, the left arm reaches up and spiral all the way open into your warrior two. Shoulders are on top of your hips. Steady your gaze, steady the breathing. Straighten your front leg and tip your hips over your front leg to come into triangle pose. Left hand comes to your ankle block or big toe. Right arm reaches up or stretch your right arm alongside your face. Both of your legs are straight and strong. Bend into your front knee to step your hands onto the floor or blocks. Plank pose, inhale. And meet in downward facing dog. From down dog, bend your knees until they drop all the way down onto the floor. Find your strap once more. You can sit back onto your heels. We'll repeat that one lat pull type of thing that we did in the beginning of class. So slip your wrists into the loop. Reach your arms up. We can do this standing on our knees this time. Arms are stretching up, and then roll your wrists so your palms are facing away from each other. Relax your shoulders down, breathe in, and then breathe out. Press your wrists out into the strap as you bend your elbows so your shoulders are coming down. And breathing into wherever you feel this, your chest, shoulders back. Reach your arms back up. Slip one wrist out of the strap and swing it around so it's behind you. And now with both of your hands, your wrists inside of the strap, reach your hands back, roll your chest up, grab your hamstrings with your glutes, and lift the chest. Pressing your hands into the strap. And then you can play with rotating your arm bones externally So your palms are facing away from each other. Okay. And release. Take the strap with you. Push your blocks out left to right and lay on your belly. Reach your arms in front of you. Slip your wrist into the strap once more. Lift each leg, reach it back and settle it down so your legs are super heavy. Imagine your tailbone can touch the floor. Take an inhale on the ground and an exhale to prepare so your belly lifts away from the floor a little. And then as you next breathe in, lift everything up. Head, neck, arms. Point back through the toes, straighten the legs. Lift your head so you're looking through the strap. Palms can be facing each other. Take another inhale to stay, maybe lift higher, reach more, and then exhale, lower down. One more round we're gonna switch our wrists so they're pointing away so our hands are pointing away from each other. If that seems impossible, just stick with level 1. Inhale on the floor. Exhale to prepare. And now let's go ahead and lift everything up. Flip your palms away from each other. And maybe stay like this or bend those elbows so your wrist comes behind your head. And keep lifting and press your hands out into the strap. And breathe. And release. Come back down. We have one more, adding on one final variation of the armed extended Shalabhasana. So inhale on the ground. Exhale to prepare. And inhale, lift everything up. Palms face away from each other. Bend your elbows so the strap comes behind your head. And from here, can you bring your elbows towards each other? If they touch the floor, that's fine. But if you can keep it lifted, do that. And your strap might be right near the nape of your neck, or right where your head, your skull meets your neck, and you can give it a little tug. And then you can release. Wiggle your hips on the floor. Take one hand out of the strap and bring your strap to your low back. And now your hands don't need to be in the strap, but hold the strap. So it has a couple inches between your fists. Take an inhale, another exhale to prepare, and then reach your hands back like you're pulling the strap apart. Lift your chest, shoulders, and head. Maybe add those legs. No bend in the knees, like your toes are reaching back and back and back. And breathe. And then relax down. Okay, next thing is bow pose. So we'll bend your knees, maybe hold on to your ankles, or you can play with reaching the strap so they're on the tops of your ankles, on the toenail side of your legs. Hold onto the strap near your ankles if you're doing that. Take an inhale on the floor and exhale to prepare. And then kick your feet into the strap and pull onto the strap with your hands and lift your face, and maybe you can rock forward and back. Let those shoulders open, your chest open, your back is engaged. And then come out. And remove the strap. You can rest one cheek onto the floor. Lift your left leg, bend the knee, and then can you touch or reach the left leg over to the right. Maybe touch the toes onto the floor. And come back to center. We'll do the other side. If you want to switch the cheek that's on the floor, you can do that as well. So a scorpion twist in the back. Okay. Chin or nose on the floor, hands interlace behind your head, or your fingers reach towards each other behind your head. Take an inhale on the floor. And then as you exhale, belly pulls up. And then inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. You can keep your legs down. Lift it up to the middle. And then swim over to the right and lift up. And then swim all the way to the left with your torso and lift up. So it's kind of like your side bending. Middle, to the left, to the right. Inhale, lift in the middle. Inhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Inhale, middle, right, left. Inhale, middle, left, right. And once more, lift in the middle, to the right, and to the left, and then back to the middle, and lower down. Move the block that's on the left to the center. And then you can push the block that's to your right a little bit more to the right, and you can rest your elbow or your hand on the block, depending on the length of your arms. Right cheek on the block that's underneath your head, and then move so your pelvis is perpendicular to the floor, so you're getting a nice shoulder opener or chest opener. The left hand can stay on the floor for stability, or you can reach it back towards your right hand. And let's come back to center and switch sides. So just shift both of your blocks to the left. So one block is off to the left with your elbow or hand under it. The other block is underneath your left cheek. And lift your hips so they're perpendicular to the floor. You can really press into the block underneath your left hand or left elbow, and use the right arm for balance, or stretch the right hand behind you. And then come back to center. Use your hands to press yourself up and come into Vajrasana. So you can sit onto your heels just to set up the next pose, which is supported fish. You'll have one block running vertically underneath your spine between your shoulder blades. The second block is going to be for your head. Maybe you don't even need the second block. It's like a pillow. I recommend low or medium setting to start for the block that's between your shoulder blades, and you can always come up and go to the higher height if you know you want that. Okay. And then also, if you do have a strap and you're a wheel practitioner, it might be nice to put the strap around your thighs and tighten it so that your legs are not going to splay wider than the strap. So your knees can be a little bit wider than hip distance, but not too much. Hold on to the first block as you lean your spine back over it, and then have the second block there for your head. And then we'll start out just enjoying this back bend. And there are going to be some variations here. You can feel free to just stay laying on the block for the next few minutes. You can push your feet down into the floor to lift your bum up, and then use your feet to pull your spine down and push it up the block, kind of like your cat scratching on a post. If you have any sort of knots in your shoulder blades, maybe the block, especially if it's cork, is getting into those spots, and hopefully it can feel good. Okay, you're either going to stay in supported fish, or if you want to come to wheel, you'll plant your hands next to your head. Elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale completely, like you're zipping the pelvic floor up. And then press into your feet and your hands and lift off the blocks. If you have the strap around your legs, push your legs out into the strap, which might even feel like you have a little bit more freedom. You can use your glutes to lift the hips high. So squeeze the butt and use your legs. And then to come down, remember that there's blocks underneath you. So try to land slowly. And maybe you can land right back on the block. Hopefully. And then from here, you'll determine, do you want to stay in supported fish or do you want to do another wheel? So set up the same way, hands on the floor, lift the hips, move with the breath. So take an inhale to prepare, and exhale to zip up the pelvic floor, and inhale to press your hands and feet down and lift. And taking your time to come back down and landing the spine back onto the block. And you can always remove the blocks and just do wheel if this doesn't seem practical. Okay, we have one more back bend or linger in your supported fish. Okay, and to come out of this, take your time. You'll press your elbows down and then peel yourself up off of those blocks. Remove your strap and allow yourself to sit in a neutral position, and feel free to pause and take longer if you need. Otherwise, we're going to move to the wall and do Pinchamayurasana, but a variation. So the variation is going to be your palms are going to press on the wall. So you're going to be closer to the wall. So here we are. We're going to come to the wall. Palms are on the wall, elbows down. And tuck your toes and lift your hips. You can stay like this in dolphin pose. That's totally fine. And if you don't have a wall, you can just do dolphin pose with your hands interlaced or your hands around a block. Otherwise, look down between your elbows, pick one leg, reach it up, and kick until both of your feet are up the wall. And then push your hands into the wall, push your heels into the wall so you can move your back a little bit away from the wall. And when you're there, take some time to enjoy and breathe. And if you didn't come up, you can try a few times and then come down and rest. And if you are up, enjoy the upper back opening that you may be experiencing, or whatever else you're experiencing. And then come down. You can come down one leg at a time. Sit on your heels and reach your arms back. Okay, and then from here, you can sit on your bum for some seated poses. Keep your strap nearby And if it's useful to sit up on a blanket, then you can do that. Put the loop of the strap around your left foot, and you can tighten the loop. And we're gonna do Marichasana. So bend your left foot so it comes towards your right glute. And then step your right foot so it's on the outside of your left knee. With the strap, bring it behind your body, or you can even thread it through your bent right knee. Hug the knee that's in the air with the opposite arm. So left arm hugs right knee, lift your chest, and maybe your right hand finds that strap. You can reach the right hand with the strap a little bit behind you to open both sides of your chest evenly. You can look over the right shoulder. If you'd like, you can hook the left elbow instead of hugging, fingers together. Unwind. Keep the strap around your left foot and reach your right leg forward. Plug your left foot into your right thigh. We're gonna keep twisting the same direction. So your right hand can swing behind you. Find the strap again to encourage your chest to open towards the right leg. And then your left hand goes to your shin, or you can karate your pinky finger side of your hand between your big toe and second toe. And if you do have the strap in your right hand, you can walk your right hand up the strap towards your foot. And use it to tuck the right shoulder open. And let's release. Reach your right foot a little bit more forward. Right hand comes alongside your right leg, and then the left arm reaches up and over for Parvrita Janu Shirshasana. The left arm can just be reaching up. You don't need to grab the foot if you can't reach it. And then come up. Extend both of your legs. And we'll switch sides. So the strap goes on your right foot. Pull your right foot in towards your opposite glute. And then step your left foot outside of your right knee. You can bring the strap behind you or weave it underneath the bent knee so it comes behind you. Hug your bent knee with your right arm and begin to twist towards the left. Left hand grabs the strap and use the strap to help open your chest so you can tug the strap behind you. And breathe. Maybe hook the elbow outside of the knee. And let's unwind. Reach the left leg forward and press the right foot into the inner thigh. We're going to keep twisting the same direction towards the left. So the left hand is on the strap. Right hand is on the left shin or between your big toe and second toe. You can inhale to lift and lengthen, and then as you exhale, begin to twist. And of course, you can walk the left hand up the strap more towards your foot, maybe one day binding onto that foot. And then release. Another variation of the same Janu Shirshasana. Reach the left leg forward. Left arm goes alongside your left leg, and then the right arm reaches up towards the sky. You can stay like that or keep reaching it over your face to hold onto your foot. And then eventually the left shoulder is on the floor, on the inner knee. Keep the rotation of the ribs open. And the right arm can pull you all the way back up. Remove the strap from your foot. And next we'll do Paschimottanasana. Widen the strap so it's basically as wide as you can get it. We're going to use the strap. So first, bend your knees and put the strap under your legs so that the strap is on the bottom of your thighs. And then you'll duck your head under the strap. Keep the buckle nearby. So the back of this strap is now at the back of your body, the upper back. And then from here, with your knees bent, begin to tighten the strap, keeping it around your upper ribs. And you can make it as tight as is feasible so that your chest and legs can come closer to each other. And some of us are going to keep the knees bent, that's fine. Or you can reach towards your feet and begin to reach your bum back and your legs forward. Start with your spine extended, so you can look forward. And if you need to tighten the strap again, it is a little bit of fussing. And then you can go ahead and widen your elbows and let your back round. Tuck your chin. And then we'll begin to come back up. To get out of this, you will loosen the strap, and then maybe it will just drop to the floor and you can move your bum out of it. Ankle to knee pose, so cross your right shin so it's parallel to the front of your mat. The left shin stacks. If this is impossible, you can do a cross-legged seat. Reach your right hand to the right and maybe drop your elbow down. The left arm reaches up and over for a side body stretch. And then next, drape your chest over or towards your left foot and fold. And come up. Second side, left shin is on the bottom, right shin on top. Bring your left hand over to the left. Your forearm can come down and reach the right arm up and over. And the next, drape your chest or your torso towards your top foot. And lifting yourself up. You can extend your legs forward once more. And next is Shavasana. So if you have a wall nearby, you can throw your legs up a wall. Otherwise, you can just lay on your mat and get anything else that will help you be comfortable in corpse pose.